I do resemble this Diana, so you have a right to feel insecure.
So you're still trying to chase down Diana's memory, even though it's getting you into deep trouble?
I want an annulment.
I would rather die first than give you an annulment.
File a case against George Wong. I will read it when I meet him face to face at the chamber meeting.
Will you agree to a meeting with George, so that these disputes will be done with Helena?
Yes.
As if your name is of good reputation as well. Without any blemishes of wrongdoings. Without the disgrace of offenses.
You'd better be careful, George Wong. I'm warning you. Your days are numbered. Why do you look like you've seen a ghost?
There are a lot of ghosts in this old house, but I wasn't expecting to see you here.
I am representing Edward Wong.
Edward doesn't have anything to do with these talks.
Father, your days are numbered already. It's time for payback.
Grace, go and leave us.
What are you doing here outside my grandfather's room?
I was just bringing Mr. Wong his hot tea.
Who is grandfather talking to?
Mr. Wong! Open the door!
Please, open
Emma!
Yes,
we heard some sort of crack from inside!
There's someone else inside with him. We don't know what happened.
Here's the key.
Please. Father, do it fast.
George! George!
What did you do to him? The prosecution calls its first witness.
Edward Wong.
Swear in the witness.
Raise your right hand and place your left hand here. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in front of this
I
court?
do.
You may now take your seat. That man is evil!
Order in the court!
No good.
Order in the court! Counsel, please restrain your client or I will charge her with contempt.
He's evil! That man is evil! That man is evil!
Mr. Wong, do you know the accused, Miss Helena Sy?
Yes, sir. I know her very well. Like the palm of my hand. Both of our parents were actually good friends. And they were also business partners.
And do you mind expounding on that?
We are very close.
And what exactly, sir, do you mean by very close?
We had a special relationship. We were lovers.
That's a lie! You're a liar! That's not true! That's not true!
Mr. Wong, can you please describe to all of us as to what kind of relationship you had?
Objection, Your Honor. That is irrelevant.
I beg to disagree, Your Honor. We need to know the history of Mr. Wong's relationship with Miss Helena Sy to further establish the motivation of the accused in murdering the victim.
Overruled.
Mr. Wong, can you please explain to all of us what kind of relationship you had with Miss Helena Sy?
It was a relationship built on deception and lies. Helena betrayed me. She is a big fraud.
Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevant.
Overruled.
Allow me to repeat. Helena is one big fraud. She deceived me and George, so she would get hold of the fortune of the Wongs. When Helena's father died, they sold their mansion to the Wong family, with the request that she and Helena's mother would remain and occupy one room. Both families would live under one roof. This arrangement was convenient for George and Helena, who were already sweethearts at the time.
Thank you, George. I just don't know how my mother and I could repay you both for your kindness.
Just don't be shy around here. Treat this house like it's yours. Right, Edward?
I think George is right.
Watch your step. Here.
I became very busy minding the family business, while the relationship between George and Helena became more serious. But not before long, George was sent to China by our father to study. But in the next few months, I discovered something about Helena's family.
How could you do this to us, huh? You know we sincerely accepted your family. We gave you our total trust. When our corporations formed an alliance, why would you even do this, huh?
Edward, I know nothing about your accusations.
What do you mean? Here, evidence. It contains documents stating that properties under our name have been transferred to the Sy family, and without our knowledge.
Let me explain.
Explain? What for? It's clearer than daylight that your family has been deceiving our family.
Edward, please don't accuse me of anything. I'm innocent. I don't know anything about what my father had been doing in our corporation, so he must have done this when he was still alive.
Your family's deception must be exposed.
Edward, please don't do it. My mother might not take the shame if other people knew. Maybe I could just make up for what my father had done in some other way. Maybe we can talk about this further, Edward.
Helena seduced me because she was aware that I was very much attracted to her. And that was my biggest mistake. I had always thought Helena would leave George to be with me because she loved me more. But I had thought wrong. All of this time, she was playing with my brother's feelings and mine. She was taking advantage of me and George.
You're a liar! That's not true! You're a liar!
Order in the court!
What you said is not true! I never did love you!
Order in the court!
It's not true!
Order
You're
in the court!
You're a liar! A liar!
10-minute recess.
Full of lies! It's not true! Not true! I never did love him, not once, not ever. I never loved him. He's a liar, a liar, a liar.
That is enough, Auntie. Yes,
A
don't worry.
liar.
Attorney, please explain to me. Why did you get Uncle Edward as a witness?
Charles, aside from your father, it is only Edward Wong who knows Helena Sy. We cannot win this case without him. Trust me, Charles. Your uncle is an asset to the prosecution team.
Face it, Charles. No matter what your father has told you about me, I am the key that will put Helena Sy in jail.
Anastacia, Edward's story in the court is full of lies. Every detail of it is not true. You have got to believe me.
Auntie, I do believe in you. You were right to be scared of Edward Wong. He can tell so many lies without batting an eyelash. I just wonder, what is his basis for telling those lies?
You speak as if you're so sure it was Helena Sy who killed my father.
But why? Do you have another suspect, Charles?
For somebody like Edward Wong, you do not need any basis. He's good at linking stories together.
But Auntie, you have to understand that Edward Wong is out to destroy your credibility in front of the jury, so they will realize you are capable of murder. That is why we have to prepare ourselves for even more intense revelations that he might tell in that courtroom.
I am not scared. Just let him talk. I dare him to bring out all his guns. I will not back away. My conscience is clear. I will prove to them that I'm innocent. And I will show to everyone that the devil himself is walking among us in the person of Edward Wong.
Grace? This is not the right time to ask her on a date.
Grace, what do you know about the death of George Wong?
What are you doing here?
My father has many enemies, so I have many suspects in mind.
I will let you consider other suspects. But if it wasn't Helena who killed George, then that means you must be an accomplice.
How dare you!
Andrew was just asking me a question, madam.
A question? Is this about your grandmother, who is a murderer? Or maybe Anastacia sent you here to brainwash Grace?
No.
No? So what are you doing here then?
You'd better not forget. I'm still your uncle. And I'm much older than you. You ought to respect me, kid. Or you have acquired your manners from the gutter. You're nothing but a disgrace.
So you can score points on your side? Maybe it would be best if you just leave right now. You heard me, right? I said leave!
Grace.
Remember this the next time I catch you talking to that Andrew Sy. You are really going to get it. Hitting you will not be enough, remember that.
I admit, I fell madly in love with Helena. And because of that, I had temporarily neglected the interests of my own family. Until one day, she asked me to sign a document declaring she will be acquiring half of the Wong family business. Well, if that did not wake me up from my obsession with her, in the end, all the properties owned by the Wong family would end up in the hands of Helena Sy. Just like the way she had bribed people to illegally acquire our valued Avenida property.
I thought he would never return.
You actually thought that would happen?
When George
Did I
came back
promise
from
you that I
China,
would return immediately after
he
my
and
death?
Helena rekindled their relationship.
Oh no. Never again. I love you.
I love you even more.
I thought that you were going to tell George that you don't love him.
Do not worry. I am just waiting for the right time so I can tell him that I'm in love with you.
What's that?
Just routine documents for you to sign.
During that time, I was already having doubts about Helen's true intentions. But my love for Helena always prevailed. Until that very night.
Everybody, please listen. Please listen. May I have your attention, please? Thank you. We are gathered here tonight, not only to celebrate my triumphant comeback from China and my graduation. I also have a very important announcement I would like to make. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all to know that right now, I am the happiest man in the whole world because Helena has agreed to marry me. And you're all invited to the wedding.
What was that show all about?
Edward, that was not a show. George and I are really getting married.
But didn't you tell me that you were going to marry me?
I am sorry, mister, but that will never happen. First, not the slightest do I have feelings for you. And second, I already got what I needed from you. So I'm really sorry. You were fooled that easily.
Shame on you, you liar!
What is going on here?
Your brother wants to hurt me badly.
You animal!
George!
That woman is just deceiving you. While you were in China, we became lovers.
That's not true.
She made me believe that she loved me, but she had me
not
fooled
true.
as well. She's just playing with our feelings, George. The only thing that she's after is our assets. That's why she's marrying you.
That's not true. Don't even believe him!
She made me sign some documents, George, stating that all our properties will be transferred to the Sy family.
That is not
Even from
true!
way back, George, way back. I had my doubts that she was planning to fool me. So what did I do? I signed a false signature on all of those documents.
You're a traitor! Shame on you! That is not true! That is not true!
Counsel.
Shame on you!
Counsel, please.
That is not true!
Restrain your
Everything.
client.
Not one word!
Counsel.
There's no truth in what you said!
Counsel, please.
I was
Restrain
in
your
love
client.
with George! Not once did I ever love you, Edward Wong!
Counsel, please
Shame
restrain
on
your
you.
client.
Everything you said is not true!
Auntie, that's enough.
Shame on you!
Please stop it.
Counsel.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
Auntie.
There you are, my dear nephew.
What is the meaning of this, Uncle Edward?
Well, I'm back. Because George is gone. And I am his rightful successor. I will now be in charge of running the family business. And I will also take charge of this mansion. Starting today, all of you will be reporting to me. And whoever among you who does not agree with my rules, the door is always open. You are free to leave any time. And by the way, my nephew William and his wife Margaret have also returned. You.
Me, sir?
Yes, you. I want to talk to you. If you'll follow me inside.
Go on.
You have any problem with that, my boy? Were you really the one who saw Helena Sy when she shot my brother George?
Yes, I did hear a blast from a gun. But I did not actually see her holding a gun, sir.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Mother.
Hi, Andrew. Isn't it that you know Grace?
Oh, yes, Mother. I met her at the construction site. She's a friend of a former worker there.
Aside from George, there was only you and Helena who were in that area when my brother George was shot. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
If Helena did not actually shoot George, it must have been you then.
It was not me. I did not do anything. I could not do that. It was not me.
And if I'm not mistaken, she was the one whose father died in the demolition, and her mother got jailed, right?
Yes, Mother.
Well, she now works as a maid at the Wong mansion. And I wanted to ask you a favor.
I know that you're not capable of doing that. But what you do not know is how cruel Helena Sy can be. She can deliberately twist the story around so she can be proven innocent.
But then, why would she do that?
Because it's so easy to suspect someone who is so stupid.
But I really did not do anything. I do not even know how to hold a gun, and that is the truth.
That reason is not enough to prove Helena Sy is innocent. And so, if I were you, I'd go one step ahead of them.
What is it?
Can you possibly talk to Grace? Because she is the only witness in this case. She is the only one who saw, supposedly, of how George Wong was shot. But I really want to know the truth. Can you perhaps talk to her?
What do you mean by that, sir?
Insist that Helena did it.
But actually, sir, I did not really see her holding a gun.
Are you not really planning to use even a bit of that tiny brain of yours? If you don't even try to defend yourself, nothing will become of you. Do not be surprised if after the trial, you are the one behind bars and not Helena. You must say that she is the one who pulled the trigger on George Wong. That is the testimony that you will tell in court. Can I depend on you for that? And do not worry.
You'll be rewarded very generously if you say that to the court.
Can you please take them all to the kitchen?
Please be careful with the eggs.
Oh, Grace. After that, please hurry back to the kitchen with me. We have many things to do.
Yes, I will, Emma.
Since when did you become the maid? Why are you serving the tea?
I just want to ask for forgiveness for the way Charles treated you.
Is that all?
And what are you doing here, Andrew?
I'm sorry I was not able to see you after the hearing. I only wanted to tell you that even if my family is not in good terms with the Wongs, I hope it will not affect our friendship.
Other than that?
I just want to let you know that I am in favor of you coming back to the mansion. It would be best if you will continue the responsibilities and duties that Sir George left behind, because I think they are too much for Charles or William to handle.
I also don't want that to happen, Andrew. But I guess you heard what Madame Katerina said when she saw us talking at the trial.
I'm aware of that, and I'm sorry. I should not have done that. Listen to me, Grace. I just wanted to know what really happened that night George Wong died.
Andrew, I'm also confused myself.
Why are you confused? Because you are not sure that my grandmother killed him?
Katarina. Why don't you stop going around in circles? Go straight to the point and tell me.
Uncle Edward. My father-in-law promised my daughter Elizabeth an inheritance, and he told her that she's the one and only heiress of the Wongs.
Andrew, I said I was confused. Can you please leave right now, because someone might see us and I will get yelled at again?
Why not? Come on, please, let's talk for a while.
It is not allowed, Andrew!
Please, just give me a few minutes.
You know, Andrew, my job is more important to me. Talking to you is not allowed, so please leave. Just leave now!
Before your brother died, there was a grand public announcement where they told everyone that Elizabeth is the sole heiress of the Wong family. Only Elizabeth and nobody else.
Even if Elizabeth is the sole heir of George, she is not in my league. But then, why are you showing so much interest, Katerina? What will you be getting in return if Elizabeth will be the heiress of my brother while she is not your daughter?
Nothing. I will get nothing. But she is the daughter of Charles, who is my husband. That is why Elizabeth, and only Elizabeth, can be the rightful heir.
And if I tell you that will never happen, can you do anything about it?
I saw you talking to Andrew.
I asked him to leave right away. I am aware of what Madame Katerina told me, that we are not allowed to talk.
That is good. But he still wants to date you, am I right?
Whichever way I see it, I just cannot imagine all those accusations of Edward Wong against Auntie. I cannot believe that she could do such things.
As for me, Counselor, I've been working with Madame Helena for so long. And I do not believe what Edward Wong said about her.
You know what? Be careful with Andrew. Do not let him fool you.
Remember that our family is an enemy of their family.
But, Counselor, have you been able to ask Madam Helena what really happened?
Of course. But it seems she was not telling me the whole story. It was more of, she just says that Edward Wong is a liar and is not telling the truth. But when I ask her what really happened back then, she refuses to tell me as if she's avoiding it. So now, I think that she is actually keeping a secret from me. And now I do not know how I will defend her.
And now that his grandmother is losing, he is willing to do anything just to set her free. He will convince you that he is interested in you. But the truth is, he will only use you. So you would go to their side, and his grandmother will be set free. Remember, if that happens, my family will never ever forgive you.
But anyway, madam, it must be true what they say, that you cannot know a person fully, no matter how close you are, no matter how long you have known each other. Well, actually, who really knows Madam Helena, and everything there is to know about her past? Thanks for making time, Grace. And it's good that you have a mobile phone now. At least if you can't see each other, I can always call you.
I only borrowed this phone from Emma. And I told her I would be gone for an hour, so I cannot stay long.
Don't let it bother you.
Be honest with me, Andrew. Do you really want to date me? Or do you only want to know what I saw the night Mr. Wong was shot?
I want you to remove all those portraits and take them to the storeroom. Cover them with a black cloth.
Yes, sir.
While those portraits are on display, their ghosts will continue to haunt us. You want to be haunted by your old landlords who are rotting in their graves.
I only have good intentions for you. But okay, I'll admit. I also want to help out my mother. She asked me to find out from you.
Your mother ordered you to date me so you could get information that might help your grandmother with her case, right?
Before all of this ever happened, I was already dating you.
The situation is different now, Andrew. You do not like me now because you are interested in me. You like me now because you want to know something. You and your mother are just using me.
It's not like that. It's not like that, Grace.
You know, to be honest, I do not know who to trust anymore. I was really counting on you. And I was wrong.
Grace?
Uncle Edward!
Charles, please, don't shout. I can hear.
You cannot do this. Why are you disrespecting the souls of my parents?
What gives you the right to tell me what I can or can't do around here? Charles, I am now the owner of this house, and what I say is the law.
I don't know how much longer I can take this living hell.
Auntie, I am doing everything so I can give you a strong defense. But I cannot do this alone, you know. Auntie, maybe this is the right time for you to tell me the reason for your hatred of the Wong family.
Maybe you would like to have a third eye on your forehead. You show no respect for your elders. Just like your father. Disrespectful!
I only respect people who respect me and my family.
Auntie, I do not believe the things that Edward Wong was saying. And I also know that you are not lying. But then how can we really convince the jury if you will not even tell me the whole truth, Aunt Helena?
I really can't tell you. I just can't tell you. For the longest time, I have kept this secret to myself.
What secret, Auntie?
If you can still remember, I told every one of you that if you don't agree with my rules, you are free to leave this house at any time.
I will fight for my right to this house.
I'm really getting confused, Nato.
All you really need to do is just to tell the truth.
And Andrew, I do not know what his real intentions are.
Is it not clear to you? He's just playing around with your feelings. And when he finally has your trust, it's only then that he will show his true intentions. That you can be useful to them in his grandmother's case.
I cannot force you to tell me, Auntie. I know that only you can decide when the right time is to tell me what that secret is that you are keeping from us. But the longer it gets, the more Edward Wong will break you, and if that happens, I cannot bear to see you falling apart, Auntie.
But then, what Andrew said is true. It is true that he told me his intentions way before all these things happened.
Of course he will tell you what you want to hear. And if he gains your trust, just wait and see. His true colors will come out. You're really just trying to convince yourself that this man's intentions are true, and it's not. You just don't want to accept the possibility that he's just using you.
Auntie, whatever secret you are keeping, that will actually set you free.
You're right. You are right. It is time. It is the right time. And I am ready. It is time for people to know the kind of evil that is Edward Wong.
Grace, look, who is that? What the? How did you get in here?
How dare you question me like that? You and I are both visiting Grace. Grace, I came here to explain myself.
I thought I told you to leave Grace alone.
Why do you keep acting so high and mighty? Are you her bodyguard?
Hey,
What do you care?
So arrogant!
break it off!
What do you care, huh?
Nato!
Come on,
Nato!
let's end this!
What is the matter with you two? Continue arguing and the three of us will get kicked out of here. I'm just a maid here. And please, Andrew, you cannot just come in here like this. You're aware that the family I'm working for has a case against your family. So what are you doing here? If someone sees us, especially Madame Katerina, she will get mad. Just go.
You better leave.
Grace, but when can we talk?
Go on. Go on, Andrew.
Go ahead.
Please leave.
He has the nerve to come here.
And you, Nato, you better leave too. Go ahead.
Me too? Grace, I have something to tell you.
You know, Nato, I'm also a maid here and I have things to do, so please leave.
Grace,
Go
I have
ahead.
something to tell you.
Just
It's
leave.
important.
That is enough. Maybe next time.
It'll only take a minute. Grace, it's important.
Leave. Go home.
Grace, I love you. I love you, Grace.
It seems you will be useful to me after all, Nato.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Counselor Go?
Miss C, what was your purpose on that night you went to the house of George Wong?
To patch up our differences. It was actually my lawyer, attorney Anastacia C, who advised me to talk to George so we can end our feud on the Avenida property.
And were you able to do your purpose?
We have not yet even started talking about the property when somebody shot George Wong.
One day, before the crime happened, you and Mr. George Wong saw each other at the meeting of the Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce. And according to some of the witnesses, you threatened Mr. George Wong. And you told him that people like him must not live. Am I right?
Yes.
And am I right as well, Miss C, that you also threatened George Wong? On the same day, you told him that his days are already numbered.
Be careful, George Wong. I'm warning you. Your days are numbered. Yes.
Thank you, Miss C. No further questions, Your Honor.
Counselor C, do you want to redirect the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. Are you still okay to proceed? Okay. Miss C, is it true that you and Edward Wong were lovers back then?
That is a big lie. It's not true. The truth is, George Wong and I were sweethearts. I had loved only George and no one else.
The selling of your properties and the mansion of the Seas to the Wongs and your unrightful claim, so they say, of their assets. Are they all true?
Those are also lies. Those are not true. Many people know that the mansion where the Wong family are staying is actually owned by the Seas, my family. The Wongs made the unrightful claim. They are the thieves, and not me. Honorable Judge, so that it would become clear in this court, may I narrate to you the real connection between the Wong family and the Sy family.
All the things that you could ever hope for, I will give them to you.
In exchange for what?
Charles, do you still want to be friends even if our families are now battling in court?
Because I have given it much thought. No one else can really protect me but myself. That is why I will fight back.
The prosecution calls Mrs. Margaret Wong.
Are you not even going to ask me who I suspect the killer of George Wong is?
I only want to prove to you that... Grace, I love you.